Sheka, it's just our land getting damaged.
Get Kilabe, sing langle. Get Kilabe, sing langle.
It's really painful.
Uncle Sheka.
Yes, my daughter.
I heard you talking about our minerals. Didn't you hear the news?
News? What news?
The government, under the leadership of President Bio, has taken a major step to make sure that the people of Sierra Leone benefit from our mineral resources. It is now a law that all large-scale and small-scale mining companies The agency is holding a big meeting tomorrow at the Chiefdom's Court Barry at 10 a.m. Let's all go and hear how the community development agreements work for us.
Yes, we shall go there. We all deserve the share of land speeches. We shall go there.
Let's go and see what they have to say to us.
We have
a chance for our community to benefit.
Get Kilabe, sing langle.
What is this?
Get Kilabe, sing langle.
Just me. We have to go and see what these people are about to do. We have to listen, exactly. Long times they were just keep saying we are going to do something better for these people, but nothing has come out for it. Exactly. I just wish. Let's see. Let's see. Good morning, man, sir.
Morning, my friend. Today, I'm the happiest man on earth. Head of Chance have got us a great team. They will explain to us how the community development fund works, how we all can participate, and how we can benefit.
These people
Government has made it a law that my government, my community people. Government has made it a law that all small scales and large scales mining companies in Sierra Leone must sign a CDA and pay 1% of their revenue to the Community Development Fund. The CDF will be used for public development projects such as education, health, infrastructure, roads, water, other community priorities. All projects must benefit the entire community and not just one. Exactly. Your committee manages the fund, picks the project, and makes sure the money is used well. The agreement is signed by both the company and the communities.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, sir. When you say the committee, what committee are you talking about? And who is in that committee?
The community will have to set up a 9-member committee, which will include the paramount chief, the district council, the landowners, the company, youth and women. This committee will be responsible for managing the affairs of CDA and for implementing all development projects. The district council will be there to provide you with technical support.
So, you are telling us that the development of our chiefdom will now be put in our hands?
Exactly. Government wants to make sure that the local population benefits from the minerals in their backyard, and the local people should take the lead to promote development in their communities.
This is a very good initiative. Government has done well. This is good. Now we shall benefit from our mineral resources.
I'm glad that you all now understand about the CDA process and how it will operate. It is now up to you
down can make the bell them ring. 1% down can forget Leone. Road school, water by Leone. From Polo to Town Polile, voices rise, hope and shine like morning sky. Community go grow, picking them go smile. Development of the village now a last a while. Oh mama dance, oh papa sing. Good news done, can make the bell them ring. What have you done?
Distinguished Paramount Chief, the CEO
Community Hall. And we shall name it the Julius Marabio Community Hall as appreciation to His Excellency for this good initiative.
Voices rise, hope don't shine like morning skies. Go grow, picking them go smile. You village now our last hope.
I am Samuel Kago from the Great Albert Academy.
I am Aruna Timusisi from the International School Secondary.
I am Samuel Ibangwa from the Fatkaman Junior Secondary School.
And I'm attending Henry Ferguson Senior Secondary School. Thank you.
I'm Beba Isakamawa from the Henry Ferguson Senior Secondary School.
I'm Esther M. Kamala from the Methodist Girls High School. Thank you.
I am Fatmata Sharif and I'm attending the Methodist Girls High School.
My name is Fatmata Conte.
and I'm from St. Edward's Secondary School.
My name is Elma Esmara. I'm from the Dr. Samuel Bodi February Junior Secondary School.
I am Ediler Davis from the Matuli International Secondary School.
My name is Alicia Janet Dunkoma, and I'm attending Vine Memorial Junior Secondary School.
My name is Jeffrey A. Koma, and I'm attending Beacon High School. Thank you.
And I'm attending the Nightcap Elementary School.
I'm Toy David from the Matuli International School.
My name is Michelle Zoe Michael, and I am from the
Moses from the Great Providence International High School.
I am Ishmael Masakoi from Dr. Body Junior Secondary School.
My name is Abubakar Ilai. I'm from the Great St. Edward's Junior Secondary School.
My name is Baba Arus, I'm attending St. Secondary School.
I am Alhaji Umar Dusu Kamara. I'm from the St. Edward's Secondary School.
I am Clifford Akinwale Jones and I'm attending the Great St. Edward's Senior Secondary School.
Every morning with truth in our hands. No more silence, we take a stand. For the people who cry for the dreams that fade. We speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Now we voice, now we power. True Media go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know I'll make we talk. True Media Radio on FM 103.9.
Now God we dey pray, now true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For salon, we go stand tall. Radio True Media.
One voice for all.
We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night. Because we believe in hard work and faith. The Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Vice President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Dr. Mohamed Jules Diallo, Vice Honorable Speaker, the leader of government business, members of parliament, the Chief Minister and Cabinet Ministers present, members of the African Diamond Producers Association, ADFA, development partners, captains of industries, traditional authorities, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, please forgive me where I may have breached the protocol. Today, we are here for a very, very important ceremony, which is not only a ceremony, but it gives me both a profound honor and privilege to address this distinguished gathering on a thought-provoking and intriguing theme today, which results our mineral resources, responsible mining, value multiplication, shared prosperity. Leone is abundantly blessed. Extraordinary mineral resources. The kids of various schools have already elucidated on the various minerals, whether it is gold, diamond, bauxite, titanium, lithium, etc., etc. Leone is so blessed. And today, mining stands as one of the principal drivers of our economy. In 2025, data gives us that we made at least $1.12 billion with a 55 non-tax revenue, 5.4 million non-tax revenue. Today, at least the NMA and the Ministry of Mines issued out 1,038 and mining to academic people. In 2023, Mines and Minerals Act made it compulsory clear that only locals, native citizens, only national mining policy. This was like a mirage. To surprise me that almost 9 decades, there was no comprehensive, detailed artisanal mining policy. 2019, His Excellency the President made it very possible for 3 mining policies born, including the artisanal mining policy, the Leone mineral policy, and the geodata management policy. Let's give His Excellency the President a standing ovation. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with at least 35 large-scale, small-scale organizations have let you out to investors. The mining makes at least 80% of our exports come from the mining, with at least 18% adding to our GDP. This is very huge. The President should be commended for empowering whether the judiciary or the legislative to do our role. The House of Parliament today, in the name of Mr. Speaker, spells out and issue out a particular license to an investor from A to B to C. It is yours, no way. Today, in section 33 of the Mines and Minerals Development Act, you cannot be issued a license without the written consent of the locals. This is a huge act of transparency and accountability. Today, in the Mines and Minerals Act, specifically section 36, makes it abundantly clear. In 2009, our people living in mining communities used to have just 50%. Today, they can have 70%. We go back to the community landowners. A big boost. Today, section 143, as spelled out by our little kids, makes it compulsorily clear. Investors, you can go beyond 1%, but at least 1% of the gross profit annual should go back to the community people. Not alone that, Section 144 makes it also very clear for mining revenue to be kept. This is not only for the host community people, but outside they can benefit from it. But the matter should be corrected. The NMA Act, wherein the Director General used to be in just ceremonial role today, he can act, and in Section 20 of that particular act makes it very clear that the creature can give the creator at least 10% of mining revenue, which makes him to be administratively functional. Feature is in their very hand, whether from the Ministry of Mines and Mineral Resources or from the NMA or from the parliamentary oversight for our very input. And this is just what the benefits come very closer today. And the minerals we have are not renewable minerals. And because they are not renewable minerals, we must make the best out of it. It is my hope that we have a fruitful deliberation during this long period. I thank you very much. Like the children, my name is Oremusa Azamina, and I attended the Maboka Secondary School for Boys.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Emerson Lamina, and with that energy and passion, how can Sierra Leone fail? Please put your hands together for such an inspiring speech. So, Mr. Lamina, your remarks underscored a real fundamental truth, that strong policy and robust regulatory frameworks are the cornerstone of a successful mining industry. Without effective legislation, let's all be very clear. We need transparent governance, rigorous oversight, and a full evaluation and implementation, as Mr. Lamina said, to ensure that the nation's mineral wealth can always be realised for the good of the country, for the good of the people, to create value and to create jobs. Let's be clear, the world is in a race for finance, for investment and for partnership to advance our mineral sectors and to create mineral wealth for our countries. And it's clear with that kind of passion and the leadership from world today. In a rapidly evolving geopolitical landscape, minerals have become more strategic than ever before. As nations compete to secure critical mineral resources, battery metals, global energy transition policies accelerate the demand for these minerals. The mining sector sits at the very centre of international, economic and political decision making. This race for resources presents an extraordinary opportunity for Africa as a region and Sierra Leone as a nation. So let's just take a few minutes to sit back, we'll watch a short video and reflect on the importance of this dynamic and ever-changing sector, on the critical role Sierra Leone is destined to play in the global mining sector. Ladies and gentlemen, please can I direct you to the screen for this short and very insightful video. Thank you very much.
level for critical minerals in Sierra Leone for 2026. Sierra Leone Mining Week 2026 is a national platform for us to tell a new story about our country, about our mineral resources. A story of resilience, recovery, reform, and hope. It's featuring the 11th already meeting of the Council of Ministers of the African Diamond Producers Association, and we're also launching the national strategy for critical minerals in Sierra Leone for 2026 right up to 2031. We do believe that the story of Sierra Leone cannot be decoupled from our mineral resources. Currently, the mineral resources are responsible for nearly 70 to 80% of total export from Sierra Leone. We do believe the launch of the critical mineral strategy at this particular moment, at this mining week 2026, is to portray to the world that our mineral resources, when basically allowed to be managed effectively, transparently, efficiently, and sustainably, we work for our people.
As an agency, we are the regulators and the implementers of the government policies in the mining sector.
We have within our team various units that are responsible for key aspects along the value chain. An important aspect of that is that of the marine draft survey unit. Oftentimes people say, oh, we don't even know the quantity of minerals that have been taken out of this country. That is absolutely not true. We have a robust team of experienced engineers and geologists, marine draft surveyors who are on board every single ship that leaves the shores of this country with the objective of ensuring that we quantify and value the minerals that are taken out of this country to ensure that they pay the requisite royalties to government.
As we standardize and we operate a world-class mining data system, which we use to process all mineral rights applications, from registration to license activation.
We regulate the mining sector. We make sure that mining companies comply with the laws and regulations of this country.
As the theme of the critical mineral strategy says, it's about transformation. It's how do we take our raw mineral resources and add value to them through processing, manufacturing, distribution, recycling. And how do we ensure that the geological information we have of our country, its characterization, can lead to extraction, processing, and can also be used as a platform to create beneficiation infrastructure in communities, can also be used for skills transfer, can also be used to form strategic partnerships, at the same time making sure the environment is managed sustainably and the social issues are addressed responsibly and governed correctly. Taking into consideration also that our young men and young women who are dreaming of working in the mining sector, who also want to be the beneficiaries of our mineral resources, how are we going to empower them? How are we going to inspire them, motivate them to ensure that they become not only the custodians of the mineral resources, but decision makers, that they are not standing at the periphery of the mining conversation and transformation that is taking place, but right at the center. How the communities where mining takes place, how they're going to benefit from this, not only in the short term, but also in the long term. And not only benefit in a way that is disproportionate, but it's done equitably. That the benefits that do accrue from our mineral resources are used to improve their lives, their welfare, infrastructure in their community, as well as their dignity and pride.
The government has devised a mechanism to make sure that mining companies contribute to promoting development in the locality like Ukraine. So it's not just about extracting minerals from these communities, going about selling these minerals, even though they pay royalties to government, they pay taxes to government, but it's also important that the communities themselves, from where these minerals are extracted, the benefits of those mining operations. So we have what is referred to as the Community Development Agreement, which is a statutory requirement for all small-scale and large-scale mining companies to sign this agreement with the communities where they operate both chiefdoms, and 1% of revenue should go back to the communities to promote and implement development projects. And we are seeing benefits of that right across the community.
The future for our mining sector is bright because, like I said, naturally, the country is endowed with huge mineral wealth, and with the idea of critical minerals coming on board now, with the changing technology, the advancement in technology, and so on. So minerals that were hitherto not considered as profitable, or in fact worth anything to mine, are now being mined because the technology has changed and there is requirement for a supply of these minerals.
It goes without saying that yes, mining is risky, very capital intensive, but nonetheless, the only risk is not taking the risk of taking. So I invite everyone, all stakeholders, all attendees at this year, that Sierra Leone, we are proud to host the 11th ordinary meeting of Council of Ministers of ADPA. We are happy to launch the critical mineral strategy, and most importantly as well, all work and no play exchange. It's for that reason, at the end of the mining week, which will also feature some few cocktails here for networking for us to upload. There will be a concert, chapter 1, for those who are registered and those who are in.
Otherwise, they're not letting you in for the cocktails. Don't say I didn't tell you. Okay, it's time now to hear from the man himself. You heard a little bit from him in that video, but I do want to formally introduce the 2025-2026 ADPA chairman, and of course our host for this week's Sierra Leone Mining Week, the Honourable Julius Daniel Matai, Minister of Mines and Mineral Resources. Give him a round of applause, please. He is our host. The Honourable Minister is a multi-skilled professional with more than 3 decades of experience across private and public sectors. And quite frankly, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone as bullish on the opportunity that Africa, and in particular Sierra Leone, presents to the world right at this moment. No one is more bullish than Minister Matai. And if you attended the PDAC gathering in Toronto this past March, you would have heard his rallying cry, in which he called for a new model of partnerships, a new pool of partners, and a demand that we move beyond just extraction, that we move towards a space where we are strategically focusing on value addition, responsible investment, and shared benefit for all. It gives me great pleasure to welcome to the stage our host, the Honourable Julius Daniel Matai.
Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament, Honourable Senghor Thomas, Honourable Chief Minister, Dr. Mwini Nasenge, colleague ministers and deputy ministers of the Republic of Sierra Leone, esteemed colleagues, ministers and representatives of the 11th African meeting of the Council of Ministers of the African Diamond Producers Association, honorable members of Parliament, ambassadors and high commissioners, and members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, representatives of government, ministries, departments, and agencies, development partners, mining investors and financiers, industry leaders, service providers and consultancy firms, paramount chiefs, traditional leaders, and stakeholders from our mining communities, representatives of civil society organizations and non-governmental organizations, members of the Fourth Estate, exhibitors and sponsors, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, just in time, and welcome to Freetown. Welcome to a city of sea breeze and steep hills, a city of history and hope, a city that has learned over generations that the climb may be demanding, but the view from higher ground is always worth the effort. In that sense, Freetown is beautifully captured in our film, our mineral resources, responsible mining, value multiplication, and shared prosperity. This film is timely, compelling, and morally precise. It's not merely a slogan for a conference hall, it is the economic and ethical contract of our age. Ladies and gentlemen, responsible mining without value multiplication is incomplete. Value multiplication without shared prosperity is unjust. Shared prosperity without responsible governance is unsustainable. If we mine responsibly but export all the value, then we have paid well. If we create value but leave host communities behind, then we have grown revenue without doing justice. And if we speak beautifully of prosperity while neglecting transparency, accountability, and discipline, then we are simply putting elegant language around future instability. So this week is about more than just minerals, more than just the critical minerals you just observed. And that was a geology class, 101. It is about meaning. It is about turning mineral wealth into public value. It is about ensuring that what lies beneath our soil can rise and raise pride, and of course, national dignity and confidence. This is also why the theme speaks so directly to Sierra Leone's national ambition. Africa, including Sierra Leone, must move beyond being known merely as a place where minerals are extracted. Africa must be known as a place where minerals are governed wisely, processed competitively, traded fairly, and transformed into broadly sustainable development. The world model exported raw value visible benefits for citizens and communities, and that international partnerships must strengthen, not weaken, our sovereignty and development ambitions. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me at this point to express profound gratitude to His Excellency President Dr. Julius Maada Bio and His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Julie Jallo for their charismatic, transformational, and nationally unifying leadership. Sir, Your Excellency, under your stewardship, you have strengthened its development direction and reaffirmed a powerful principle that mineral wealth must serve broad-based economic development and not remain confined to extraction statistics or enclave benefits. This leadership has helped reposition the mining sector in alignment with Sierra Leone's national development. By 2031, Sierra Leone seeks to attract $2.5 billion in exploration and mining investment, establish 3 to 5 mineral processing plants and beneficiation facilities, create 45,000 direct jobs and indirect jobs, train 15,000 skilled workers, generate over $300 million in annual government revenue, and achieve $1.5 billion in annual exports from processed and value-added mineral products. These are not just numbers or statistics. They are national intentions made very measurable. Watch my lips. Ladies and gentlemen, as we have the geological basis for that ambition, you all witnessed wonderful performance school children. And I'm sure for those who've always misunderstood what we mean by critical minerals, I think it was extremely critical as we're sitting here to listen to them critically, to understand the criticality of critical minerals. For those who came here, you are living here feeling like a critical mineral, well energized. You do not know in which country's portfolio you're going to end. That's why that value chain is important to protect it. So, ladies and gentlemen, what was displayed by school children is exemplary, and I think they deserve another applause. I will not go through the baskets of minerals we have here, but it was mentioned. In our critical mineral strategy will be launched today, and which you can collect at various exhibition booths, especially the Ministry of Mines and Mineral Resources and the NNB. We need critical minerals. I'm not going to prosperity. If there's any one line that's going to take you from this, please, like this, in your body, soul, and spirit. That's why the Ministry of Mines and Mineral Resources and the National Minerals Agencies, in collaboration with their sister ministries, departments, and agencies, continue to build on past achievements and to prepare the sector for the future. This work includes policy design, legal and regulatory strengthening, geological mapping, mineral resource characterization, investor facilitation, environmental and social governance, local content planning, and the strategic development of our critical mineral system. A major part of future lies in exploration. For those who were here a couple of weeks ago at the West African Infrastructure Investment Summit, I emphasized the need for exploration. If Sierra Leone and Africa wish to expand the bankability of their mining project pipelines, then more attention must be given to financing, drilling, and discovery. Geology is generous. Geology and the finance discovery eventually bargains for hope instead of evidence. And a continent that underinvests in exploration will continue to watch others define the value of what lies beneath their soil in their own country. For so long, made mistakes. I think we have to unlearn certain things, relearn, and move forward. That's why the program of Sierra Leone Mining Week 2026 is well designed. Over these days, we are not confined to one narrow conversation. We are addressing financing beyond the traditional model, geopolitics and critical minerals, arbitration and investor-state confidence, infrastructure and energy constraints, supply chain transparency, value addition and beneficiation, community development agreements, women in mining, and the role of our young men and women. This is not a mind in the small sense. It is a national platform. Arrives at a moment when the global geopolitics of critical minerals is becoming sharper, faster, and more consequential. The world is being rewired in real time by the clean energy transition, digitalization, advanced manufacturing, and new security priorities. And all this transformation increasingly converge the minerals that African countries possess in geological abundance, including uranium. Syria's to this moment must be confident and clear. ADPA's role become deeply relevant to the wider purpose of mining. As you saw, the children in here gathered representatives, ministers or deputy ministers from Sierra Leone, Guinea, Liberia, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, Togo, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Namibia, Angola, South Africa, Tanzania, Zimbabwe. Those are the member countries of ADPA, plus our observers who are here. Gabon, Russia Federation, Algeria, Mali, Mauritania, and of course our new members, observers, India and Mozambique. ADPA was established to harmonize policies. This was very clearly articulated by the school children here. Promote legal convergence, coordinate technical cooperations, and transform diamonds from simple ones associated with conflict into instruments of peace, dignity, enterprise, and sustainable development. In recent years, under the current chairmanship of ADPA, the association has strengthened its collective voice, public visibility, and strategic engagement during the period for African diamond producers. And I'm sure some people might have taken note. Went through this whole global trade disruptions, certificate pressures, price fragility, the rise of lab-grown diamonds, and the implications of the G7 EU Diamond Protocol produce countries to think more strategically about the market, access, sovereignty, traceability, and the long-term future of our diamond industry. Ladies and gentlemen, these challenges are real. But as it's been said before, despair is not a policy. The answer is organization. The answer is standards. The answer is strategy. That's why the ADPA Sustainable Diamond Standards matter so much. They represent an African-led framework for responsible mining, environmental stewardship, community empowerment, transparency, and ethical sourcing. They tell the world that Africa is fully capable of defining high standards for its own minerals and defending the legitimacy of natural products in the global market. The answer is also better storytelling. Lab-grown diamonds should not cause panic, but natural diamonds must not be outmarketed by synthetic substitutes through silence, fragmentation, or weak narrative. African diamonds carry rarity, history, labor, serial value, and measurable impact in real communities. Those truths must be defended with branding, provenance, evidence, and confidence. And what is true for diamonds is increasingly true for other minerals, including the critical minerals that we are studying. Africa must not remain the source of minerals while others monopolize the standards, the system, the fees, the data, the processing, and the strategic leverage. If the continent supplies the substance, it must also shape the terms. That's why regional integration matters. The National Strategy of Critical Minerals explicitly recognizes the importance of ECOWAS and the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, including digital value chains, harmonizing standards and attracting partnerships that support African industrialization. This approach is fully aligned with African Mining Vision and the African Green Mineral Strategy, also aligned with the ECOWAS Minerals Development Policy, as well as the ECOWAS Directive on the harmonization, guidelines, and policies in the mining sector. All of this call for beneficiation on African soil, stronger institution, and coordinated continental value addition. In that spirit, ladies and gentlemen, Sierra Leone's regional convening role continues to grow. Or kilograms of bulk minerals exported, or license, a number of licenses issued, or investment commitments announced. It must be judged by whether the host communities feel progress in their daily lives, whether young people feel dignified and have dignified work, whether women gain fuller participation in the value chain, whether local businesses enter procurement systems, and whether environmental standards are lived, not merely printed. We saw the skit by the children regarding the community development issues. That's why shared prosperity must remain the center of the conversation, given that this
every morning with truth in our hands.
fund, from the Mine District Development Fund, from the Diamond Area Community Development Fund, from surface rents, from land lease agreements. So we want to make this visible, transparent as much as possible. So for those who are Sierra Leoneans here coming from various chiefdoms, that gives the opportunity to build business assets at the most granular level and understand what's taking place. We have to do this in conformance with our obligation under the ITI.
Silence, we take a stand for the people who cry for the
business and it faces are unique when so many of us and those pressures are shared. Infrastructure gap, financing cost, certification pressures, fragmented standards, volatile markets, and the risk of exporting value while importing dependence. Our response must be more collaborative, more strategic, and more pan-African. To civil society, academia, and community stakeholders, this sector needs your scrutiny and your partnership. The strongest mining jurisdictions are not those without criticism. They are those that are strong enough to learn, improve, and remain accountable. Responsible mining is not sustained by government alone, nor by investors alone. It is sustained by public trust, institutional discipline, and informed participation. To the young professionals in this hall, your future is not at the edge of this industry. Your future is increasingly at the center. This sector needs geologists, engineers, metallurgists, environmental scientists, lawyers, financiers, entrepreneurs, community development specialists who are ready to build a smarter, cleaner, and more inclusive mining future. The mining economy of tomorrow will not only be deeper in geology, but it will be stronger in data, in higher standards, and broader in opportunity. Artificial intelligence, big data, blockchain, all of these are things public industrial resolution. Our young men and young women must position themselves to remain competitive. Mining is becoming smarter, to be smarter. AI is important, but HR is more important. Human intelligence. And to every participant in Sierra Leone mining victory, African mining communities. Let us finance discovery, not merely discuss it. Let us process more and not just produce more. Let us retain more value, train more citizens, empower more communities, and negotiate with clarity and confidence. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to offer one reflection on leadership, innovation, and investment in mining as I conclude. Leadership is the courage to see beyond the pit. That's in the mining ecosystem. Innovation is the discipline to turn knowledge into value. Investment is most honorable when it multiplies prosperity for the people whose land make it possible. A mine is not truly world class because it is deep. It is world class when it meaningfully impacts on the lives of people. So as we gather in this, let this room speak with one message to Sierra Leone, to Africa and to the world. Sierra Leone is ready not merely to produce, but to lead. Not merely to supply, but to share. Not merely to hold
news that fade. We speak for the heart that justice betrayed. Radio True DJ
On FM 103.9.
Radio True DJ
On FM 103.9.
Now we voice, now we power. True video go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know I'll make we talk. True media radio on FM 103.9.
Now God we dey pray, now true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For salon, we go stand tall. Radio True PJ.
One voice for all.
We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night, because we believe in hard work and faith to Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
True big and no they neglect anyone.
We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else.
Truth may get, we know they play.
Now for Salon, we declare the way. Tune in every day to
Truth me get radio.
3.9.
Truth me get radio.
Minister. And in all truth, Sierra Leone is blessed with a fantastic leader. And I say that because when you look around the continent and when you look around the world today, there are a lot of countries that are blessed and endowed with natural resources, mining, oil, gas. But it's not necessarily just the geology. We know it's not just the geology that counts, but it's the leadership and the policy making that really transforms a market. And that's not even in the competitive terms. When we look at things like policy and fiscal stability and competitiveness, the real part of leadership comes in when the minerals are developed, and then and the sophisticated understanding of the private sector to deliver a clear vision of how mineral resources can be harnessed to create real prosperity for the people of Sierra Leone. Minister Matai has a passion for ensuring the nation's mineral wealth translates into those jobs, into wealth, into investment, better infrastructure, and the most important part, equitable and inclusive development for the people of Sierra Leone. Ladies and gentlemen, as we continue, I'd like to invite all guests now to take a moment to reflect and appreciate the extraordinary organisations also that have made this possible. The stage sets, the courtesies to all of the ministers coming in, everything that we witnessed today comes at a cost. So I would like you to reflect and appreciate these brands, these institutions, for all of the investment of their resources, both capital and human resource, the confidence and their commitment into Sierra Leone mining, our sponsors.
civilization, from ore mining to ocean shipping, from wealth creation to value creation, from resource extraction to value creation. It is a magnificent journey across mountains and oceans heading toward the future. In 2010, in Freetown, on the Atlantic coast of West Africa, Leone Rock Metal Group was born in response to the call of the era. The company has a comprehensive railway and port transportation system. This railway, linking the mining areas and Propel Port, is approximately 200 kilometers long. Propel Port is equipped with complete stockpiling and reclaiming facilities, shiploading systems, transshipment equipment, cargo stockpile yards, and residential areas. In September 2024, a processing plant with an annual capacity of 12 million tons was put into operation. In April 2025 and January 2026, 2 magnetic processing plants, each with an annual processing capacity of 10 million tons, were successively completed and commissioned. A third beneficiation plant with an annual capacity of 10 million tons is under construction and is scheduled for completion in February 2027.
So we have done a lot of community development projects in our communities. We have been able to pay CDA for the first time. We pay 1%. Actually, we were the first company that paid 1% of our revenue to the communities. So you definitely see that we are going to have more nationals stepping into senior management roles, or more nationals doing most of the critical work, especially the skills-based work.
The company values environmental protection, adheres to the concept of green and sustainable development, and builds green mines. By utilizing solar energy and other methods, it reduces carbon emissions at the mines, contributing to global carbon reduction efforts. Whether in times of prosperity or adversity, we remain true to our original aspiration and never give up. While future challenges and difficulties will be many, we firmly believe that through the collective efforts of every Leone Rock Metal Group employee, a bright future will surely become a vivid reality.
Lithium, the lightest metal on Earth, is known as the white oil. In salt lakes, mines, or clays, lithium exists in nature in various forms. The journey of lithium begins here. In salt lakes, lithium will be directly transformed into compounds like lithium carbonate, undergoes environmentally friendly processes such as evaporation and adsorption. The entire process utilizes renewable energy and recycled water resources, endowing the lithium elements here with cleaner attributes. For hard rock minerals like lithium spodumene, after extraction and flotation to obtain lithium concentrate, a new adventure begins. In a sustainable way, projects in countries such as China, Argentina, Australia, Mali, and more accumulate billions of years of lithium elements, rejuvenating their vitality. Raw materials like lithium concentrates from around the world enter factories for in-depth processing, becoming compound products like lithium hydroxide, lithium carbonate, and lithium chloride. These processes unfold in production bases across cities like Xinyu, Ganzhou, Fengcheng, and Changzhou in China. Intelligent and digital technologies make factories thousands of miles apart seem like neighbors. Some compound products are transported to Yizhun, Fengxin, or Haixi. Through electrolysis, compounds are processed into metallic lithium, lithium foil, and lithium alloy products, representing the purest form of lithium. The vast majority of lithium compounds and lithium metal are shipped to cathode materials, electrolytes, and battery factories around the world, so they lead into battery products in a variety of fields. From 3C digital devices to energy storage systems to electric vehicles, benefit from advantages of lithium batteries, high energy density, long cycle life, and significantly improved safety performance with the support of solid-state technology. This propels humanity toward a greener, cleaner, and more intelligent future. But for lithium, becoming part of a battery and being installed is not the end of its life. As batteries retire or become obsolete, they return to our recycling plants. Through intelligent and environmentally friendly disassembly and extraction processes, lithium experiences rebirth, embarking on a new journey. Lithium resources, compounds, metals, batteries, recycling behind every stage of this lifestyle are over 10,000 Ganfeng employees worldwide, safeguarding lithium with cutting-edge technology and green principles. Lithium has brought the possibility of a better world, enabling us to navigate further skies and traverse longer times. It eliminates the need for roaring internal combustion engines, liberates energy from flames, and is for us and our future generations a greener, cleaner, healthier life.
Hello everyone, welcome to Sierra Leone Mining Week 2026. At EcoBank, we're extremely excited to be a platinum sponsor of this important event in Sierra Leone's economic calendar. The mining sector, as we know, is extremely important. It contributes $1.3 billion in export revenues and employs close to 16,000 people across the country. EcoBank is right in the heart of this industry. We're supporting corporate operators with funding. We're supporting smaller companies, Sierra Leonean SMEs that are involved in the value chain of this business, and we're supporting entrepreneurs that are developing all forms of business and services. We're extremely excited about supporting women involved in the mining sector in particular. It's so much an excitement as EcoBank is involved in 33 countries across Africa, and we bring the power of our network into this sector in terms of skills, in terms of funding that we're able to generate from abroad, and in terms of us supporting the government as well to go out there to take the good news of Sierra Leone to the world. It's not about what we're extracting from the ground, it's more about how we use this to transform this country and the lives of people for today and for tomorrow. So please visit our stall at this week's event, interact with us, and let's make this an amazing event. Thank you.
EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa.
A leading international mineral sands mining company renowned for its cutting-edge operations, Sierra Rutile is the world's largest producer of natural rutile, supplying over 20% of global supply from its multi-deposit mine in the Bam and Moyamba districts of southwestern Sierra Leone. Sierra Rutile boasts an established operating history of over 50 years extracting titanium feedstock minerals, namely rutile as well as ilmenite and zircon, all of which contain high-grade titanium dioxide, TiO2, a critical mineral powering aerospace, defense, and high-tech industries ranging from welding electrodes, titanium metals, and pigments used in the production of paints, coatings, and plastics. In a historic milestone, Sierra Rutile became the first 100% Sierra Leonean privately owned large-scale mining company in October 2024, following its acquisition by Leone Company Limited, a leading force in the petroleum sector across Sierra Leone and the sub-region. At the heart of Sierra Rutile's current operations is a flagship mining and mineral processing hub, hosting not only 3 cutting-edge wet concentrator plants, but also a state-of-the-art mineral separation plant, associated infrastructure including a powerhouse, residential camps for staff, and a dedicated port facility at the Nitty River Terminal. These collectively form the thriving nucleus known as Area 1. Notably, Sierra Rutile also holds the esteemed Sembahun Area 5 concession, home to one of the globe's largest and highest grade natural rutile deposits, located 31 kilometers northwest of the existing Area 1 operational site. In February 2026, Sierra Rutile commenced a transformative new chapter in its 50-year operational history with the official groundbreaking at Sembahun, an asset of central importance to the long-term sustainability of Sierra Rutile's operations and a catalyst for local economic growth. Its development is set to significantly extend mine life, optimize the cost base, and increase capacity for natural rutile production to ensure profitability, resilience, and growth for Sierra Rutile in an increasingly competitive titanium feedstock market. A key feature of the Sembahun Area 5 development is Sierra Rutile's strategic reuse and relocate model. The company has acquired and is in the process of relocating the world-class base titanium Kwalai mineral sands processing plant from Kenya to the Sembahun site. This pan-continental technical feat, supported by an initial US $40 million financing facility from Ecobank Sierra Leone and Ghana, has allowed the company to reduce its projected capital expenditure by a staggering 61%, from $310 million to approximately $120 million US. A substantial reduction that enhances efficiency, reduces project risk, and accelerates the timeline to production. The Kwale plant acquisition is a strategic masterstroke for Sierra Rutile, combining immediate operational readiness with long-term adaptability. Integrating Kwale's infrastructure and technology into Sembahun offers operational cost savings and scalability by repurposing this high-quality proven infrastructure that comes with a compact layout and established technology. The Kwale plant provides a scalable foundation to meet Sierra Rutile's steady-state production target of 175,000 tons per annum, securing the company's long-term growth and global market position. Sierra Rutile's mission goes beyond mining. The company is especially proud of its long association with its host communities and continues to make significant contributions to local economic development through job creation, local sourcing and supplies, social investments in education, healthcare, infrastructure, livelihoods, and numerous other commitments. The focus of Sierra Rutile's ESG initiatives is to entrench responsible and sustainable practices in every aspect of the company's mining operations by creating shared value for all stakeholders and leaving a positive and lasting impact on the communities in and around the mine and beyond. Sierra Rutile also upholds a strong commitment to environmental stewardship through relentless efforts to preserve wildlife and rehabilitate mined-out areas, having rehabilitated approximately 809 hectares of land since 2016. This progressive rehabilitation takes place during the operational phase of the mining life cycle in order to prevent or minimize adverse long-term environmental, physical, and socioeconomic impacts. As Sierra Rutile continues to advance Sembahun, a project designed to provide sustainable development and economic vitality for a generation to come, reinforcing the company's role in driving value for all its stakeholders and contributing meaningfully to Sierra Leone's economic future. Sierra Rutile, sustainable mining for a better future.
Deep in the heart of Sierra Leone, nestled between the Babunia and Kunike-Barina chiefdoms, lies the Baumahon Gold Project. FG Gold is one of the largest mining and infrastructure investments in Sierra Leone, at roughly $600 million US.
Initial meeting with the chairman of FG Gold gave me the confidence that indeed we are on the right track, and I'm sure that we'll benefit from this particular community.
Baumahon is set to become Sierra Leone's premier large-scale gold mine. It is expected to contribute around 10% to the national GDP and stands as one of Africa's largest gold projects currently in development. FG Gold has been developing Baumahon since 2021. The definitive feasibility study was completed in 2022, and front-end engineering designs were completed in 2023. Baomahan is currently in the construction phase. The FG gold deposit is estimated to contain 5.81 million ounces of gold at an average grade of 2.01 grams per ton, with proven and probable reserves of 2.05 million ounces at a grade of 2.10 grams per ton of gold. Baomahan project development is advancing steadily with ongoing new camp construction, process plant installation, uphill access road construction, and solar farm installation set to commence shortly. Construction at Baomahan is over 60% complete as the project strides towards first gold. Baomahan Gold Project Mine is set to produce 150,000 ounces of gold annually, with 184,000 per year over the first 5 years. The quarry site at Baomahan has been instrumental in producing aggregate rock necessary for construction. FG Gold prioritizes the employment of local people, with over 70% of our current workforce comprised of former artisanal miners from the community. Baomahan is not just a gold mine, it's a foundation for lasting progress.
I am Sean Maki, the CEO of CPC Mining SL. At CPC Mining SL, we are more than just a mining company. We are builders of a sustainable future for Sierra Leone.
The Ma Pork project leverages the abundant mineral resources of CTC Mining SL Limited in Sierra Leone, aiming to build a multifunctional export platform for bauxite and surrounding mineral resources. The project plans to construct 3 berths, including 2 to 10,000-ton bauxite export berths and 1 general purpose berth. The first phase includes the construction of 1 12,000 barge berth, equipped with a bauxite stockyard, a hauling road connecting the port and the mine, and auxiliary facilities, with an annual bauxite export capacity of 8 million tons upon completion and operation. In September 2024, port construction officially commenced. On November 18, 2024, the cofferdam construction began. In February 2025, the first barge successfully docked and completed its maiden voyage. In April 2025, the shiploader underwent heavy load trial operations. The successful opening and operation of Ma Pork by port will bring significant economic and social benefits to the local area, promote local economic development, and deepen China-Sierra Leone economic and trade cooperation, improve residents' income levels and quality of life, and drive the coordinated development of related local industries. Meanwhile, through government enterprise cooperation, deepen collaboration and exchanges in resource development, trade, and investment between China and Sierra Leone.
Marampa Mines Limited, or MML, produces high-grade iron ore concentrate near Lunsar in the Port Loco district of Sierra Leone. Marampa Mines is owned and operated by Gerald Group, which has a 90% stake, and the government of Sierra Leone with a 10% stake. Production starts by excavating iron ore of circa 32% Fe content from our Marampa concessions. Mining activities include drill and blast of hard ore. The ore is transported from the mine pit to feeding points at the processing plant to produce 65% Fe-grade iron ore concentrate branded Marampa Blue. Currently, the plant is ramping up production to 3.75 million tons per annum of high-grade iron ore concentrate, having recently completed a second expansion from an initial configuration of 2 million tons per year. the design and build for the new M3.75 expansion commenced in late 2022, aimed at raising nameplate capacity, expanding production of high-grade iron ore concentrate, and processing competent iron ore. In May 2023, the largest single consignment of equipment, including a gyratory crusher, regrind mill, slag mill, and 2 large cranes, was imported into Freetown Harbour and transported to the mine site for the expansion project. A 22-megawatt power plant was also built as part of the expansion. Following commissioning of the expansion in January 2025, MML's operations are already benefiting from expanded crushing, milling, beneficiation, and power generation capacity. The M375 expansion represents a total investment of almost $200 million and a major milestone for the Maramba project, enabling a larger output of high-quality product, greater operational efficiency and reliability, and increased flexibility for processing a wide variety of iron ore. MML is determined to supply a cleaner iron ore product. Currently, our in-house logistics operation transports Maramba Blue by truck from the processing plant to Thofaim River Port Terminal, where cargo is loaded onto a fleet of marine vessels and carried to an offshore transshipment point at Freetown Harbour for export. Future expansion phases include raising production capacity to 5...
In the heart of the Republic of Guinea, in the strategic Bokeh region, one of the world's largest bauxite basins, an ambitious, modern and resolutely forward-looking mining company is emerging. KBM, Cambia Bauxite Mining. A mining company incorporated under Guinean law, KBM is developing a strategic mining permit covering nearly 147 square kilometers, spread across 12 high-potential bauxite plateaus. Geological studies have revealed an estimated potential of over 600 million tons of ore resources, including nearly 482 million tons of exploitable reserves. This significant potential positions KBM among the future key players in Guinea's mining development. At KBM, every operation begins with rigorous exploration campaigns, combining geological expertise, technical drilling, and advanced scientific analysis to ensure optimized and sustainable resource exploitation. Bauxite mining is carried out in open pits using modern equipment and high-performance technologies, ensuring operational efficiency, team safety, and compliance with international environmental standards. KBM relies on a modern industrial fleet comprised of excavators, loaders, bulldozers, and high-capacity mining trucks, guaranteeing continuity, reliability, and performance of operations. Thanks to an integrated logistics chain, KBM ensures the efficient transport of ore from the extraction areas to the storage platforms, with optimized flow and volume management. Before export, the bauxite is stored, inspected, and homogenized to meet international market quality standards. Transported to the port facilities, the bauxite is loaded onto barges and then transshipped onto large capacity vessels destined for international markets.
Foyson Resources Limited, a better life for our people. Foyson Resources Limited is a leading mining company operating in Sierra Leone, with active operations in Sobini and John Chiefdoms in Bond District and Kongora Chiefdom in Moyamba District. The company specializes in the exploration, mining, processing and export of heavy mineral sands, including rutile, zircon and ilmenite. Through taxes, royalties and statutory payments to institutions including the National Revenue Authority, NRA, National Minerals Agency, NMA, Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, and NACIT, Foyson Resources continues to contribute to Sierra Leone's economy and national development. The company also creates employment opportunities for Sierra Leoneans while promoting women empowerment through inclusion, opportunity, and active participation within its workforce and community initiatives. Foyson Resources is currently constructing a mineral separation plant within the Bond District to allow for the local separation and processing of minerals before export. The importance of this project was highlighted by a presidential visit to the plant site. Beyond mining operations, Foyson Resources continues to invest in the well-being and development of its host communities. Foyson Resources also supports learning in underserved communities through monthly stipends for teachers who are not on government payroll. In communities such as Semabu Village and Kabati Primary School in Jong Chiefdom, these initiatives continue to strengthen access to education and support the future.
I'm going to ask you to put your hands together once more for our sponsors who play such a critical role in making Mining Week happen. Our sincere thanks for not just your contribution to Mining Week, but for your place here in Sierra Leone, for job creation, for skills training, and for impacting local communities. Our thanks to you. Okay, moving on. Our keynote speaker, the Honourable Vice President, Dr. Mohamed Jodeh-Jallow, is a statesman whose life, scholarship and public service are inextricably bound with the very themes we're gathered here this week to explore. Our mineral resources, responsible mining, value multiplication and shared prosperity. A son of the soil, a son of Kono, the heartland of Sierra Leone's diamond mining community, he grew up in the shadow of the pits and to the rhythm of artisanal mining. So when he speaks about mining, he's not speaking from briefing notes. He's speaking from lived experience. He truly understands what it means for a community to host a mine. And these formative experiences have shaped a lifelong conviction that the wealth beneath our feet must visibly, measurably, and equitably improve the lives who live above it. That conviction has in turn made him one of the most consistent and courageous champions of community development agreements in West Africa. Under his government political leadership, Sierra Leone has moved community development agreements from the margins of policy to the very center of mineral sector governance, ensuring that host communities aren't just bystanders, but that they are participants in mining prosperity. His Excellency, the Vice President, is also the architect and the chairman of several of the most consequential intergovernmental benchmarking committees on transparency and accountability in our country. He chairs the high-level steering body of the Sierra Leone Extractive Industries Transparency. There's a lot of words here, so bear with me. I'm going to do it again. He chairs the high-level steering body of the Sierra Leone Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, SLEITI, and it is precisely under his stewardship that Sierra Leone has recorded one of the most striking turnarounds in the global EITI family. What does this mean? In case you don't know, what it means is cleaner contracts, fuller disclosure of beneficial ownership, better data on revenue and payments, and a more confident investment climate. Exactly the very conditions this mining week is built to celebrate and deepen. Beyond our borders, yes, there's more about him. Beyond our borders, the Vice President carries a distinguished international pedigree. A scholar of governance and human security, he served the United Nations system in a variety of senior advisory and political affairs roles across the African continent. Distinguished guests, it is rare. It is exceedingly rare, let me stress that a single individual embodies all the threads that we've come here to weave. Think about it. The village child of a mining community, the global scholar of governance, the United Nations practitioner, the national champion of community development agreements, the chairman of our country's transparency architecture, and now the Vice President of the Republic. It is therefore most fitting that he should be the one to set the tone for the Sierra Leone Mining Week 2026, to speak to investors about confidence, to speak to communities about dignity, to speak to partners about partnership, and to speak to all of us as Sierra Leoneans about the kind of mining sector that we are determined to build. One that is transparent, accountable, community-anchored, environmentally responsible, and unmistakably benefiting the people of this country. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I therefore ask you to be on your feet, to give the warmest welcome you can. Join me in welcoming the Sierra Leone Mining Week 2026.
On behalf of His Excellency the President, the government and the people of Sierra Leone welcome you to Freetown and by extension to Sierra Leone. The Honorable Chairperson of the ADVA Council of Ministers and Sierra Leone's Minister of Mines and Mineral Resources, Mr. Matai, let me on behalf of the Excellency and your colleagues thank you for an overwhelming event. Congratulations, we are very proud of you. The Deputy Chairperson of ADVA, Minister of Mineral and Petroleum Resources of the Republic of South Africa, Honorable Ministers, distinguished delegates of the 15 member states, Honorable Ministers of Government of Sierra Leone, Honorable Members of Parliament, Chairman of the Parliamentary Oversight Committee on Mines and Mineral Resources, Honorable Speaker of Parliament, our traditional leaders, members of the diplomatic and consular corps, and our development partners, industry leaders and representatives of our mining communities, representative of our artisanal mining communities, civil society and media, students, and young people, particularly the young kids who perform for us, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Let me state that the Honorable Minister of Mines has clearly laid out a solid technical background for the mining week. We are two different people. He's a technical expert, I am a politician. So what I'm going to do is to carve out a vision and to see how we are going to position the mining sector as a vehicle to implement that vision and to bring development and hope to our people. That is exactly the language of a politician. But let me start giving a very eloquent introduction that was given by the MC. I want to begin with the question every Sierra Leonean has asked at some point in time in their lives, the question that follows you from the village, to the city, from the school, to the House of Parliament, and why not to the presidency, is where does the mining money go? That question, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, is not cynical, it is patriotic. My expectation is that this mining week will help us answer it with data, accountability, and a commitment that the people of Sierra Leone will finally earn their full share of our mineral resources. This afternoon, I want to talk generally on the key issues relating to the sector. But second, I also want to share my perspective with you as a keen observer and silent player in that sector, particularly against the background, the prevailing global dynamics and the challenges of smaller economies like ours to finance our development. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today is not an ordinary occasion. We open our second annual mining week while concurrently hosting the 11th African Diamond Producers Association Council of Ministers, with Sierra Leone as the current chair and other ADPA members and observers collectively accounting for around 70% of global rough diamond production. We do not hold this chairmanship as a procedural honor. We hold it as a conviction that African mineral producing nations negotiate and govern better together than alone. That conviction is written into the National Strategy for Critical Minerals in Sierra Leone, 2026-2031, which we are also launching today. 3 events, 1 message. Sierra Leone is ready to govern its minerals responsibly, ambitiously, and in the interest of all its citizens. Distinguished guests, indeed, we meet at a remarkable moment. The global demand for minerals is accelerating, driven by renewable energy, battery storage, electric vehicles, and advanced manufacturing. Critical minerals have become central to industrial policy, energy security, and geopolitical competition. Make no mistake, Africa holds a significant share of the world's reserve of exactly these critical minerals. Sierra Leone is part of that endowment, yet Africa still captures only a fraction of the value generated from its own resources. Lesson, therefore, from those countries that have succeeded is consistency. Countries do not prosper simply because they have minerals. They prosper because they govern minerals well. For example, Botswana used the participation and sovereign wealth savings to convert diamond revenues into long-term national assets. Chile introduced fiscal rules and progressive royalties that protected copper revenues from short-term spending pressure generated
every morning with truth in our hands. No more silence, we take a stand For the people who cry for the dreams that fade. We speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio True be there.
On FM 103.9.
Radio True be there.
On FM 103.9.
Now we voice, now we power. True video go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know I'll make we talk. True media radio.
I must say we are honored to share that work to accelerate progress towards the realization of the national vision that is underway. Our government has significantly strengthened the policy and legal framework through the Mines and Minerals Development Act 2022 and related regulations, clarifying licensing procedures, reinforcing environmental and social safeguards, formalizing community development obligations, and embedding local content and mining.
On FM 103.9.
Now God we dey pray, they not true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For Salon, we go stand tall. Radio True PJ.
One voice for all.
We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night. Because we believe in hard work and faith. The Sierra Leone way. We hold the line. Come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Now we are right for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
Truth began, no they neglect anyone.
We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else.
Truth may get, we know they play.
Now for Salon, we declare the way. Tune in every day to
Truth me get radio.
oh, 3.9. true media. Radio true media. Radio true media. Radio true media.
On FM 103.9.
Radio true media.
On FM 103.9.
Every morning with truth in our hands. No more silence, we take a stand. For the people who cry for the dreams that fade. We speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio True Media.
On FM 103.9.
Radio True Media.
On FM 103.9.
Now we voice, now we power. True video go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know I'll make we talk. True Media Radio on FM 103.9.
Now God we dey pray, not true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For salon, we go stand tall. Radio True Media.
One voice for all.
We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night. Because we believe in hard work and faith. The Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them once said we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
True big and no they neglect anyone.
We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else.
Truth they get, we know they play.
Now for Salon, we declare the way. Tune in every day to
Truth me get radio.
3.9.
Truth me get radio.
3.9. Radio True Media. Radio True Media. Radio True Media. Radio True Media. Radio True Media.
On FM 103.9.
Radio True Media.
On FM 103.9. Truth video radio. Truth video radio.
Oh, man. Radio True Media. Radio True Media. We rise every morning with truth in our hands. No more silence, we take a stand. For the people who cry for the dreams that fade. We speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio True Media.
On FM 103.9.
Radio True Media.
On FM 103.9.
now we power. True video go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know I'll make we talk. True big radio on FM 103.9.
Now God we dey pray, now true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For salon, we go stand tall. Radio, true PJ.
One voice for all.
We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night. Because we believe in hard work and faith. The Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
Truth big and not they neglect anyone.
We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else.
Truth they get, we know they play.
Now for Salon, we declare the way. Tune in every day to
Truth me get radio.
3.9.
Truth me get radio.
3.9. You radio to media. You radio to media. You radio to media. You radio to media. Radio to media.
On FM 103.9.
Radio to media.
On FM 103.9.
There you go. To media.
Truth be your radio.
To media.
Truth be your radio.
Oh, man. Oh, radio to media. Radio to media. We rise every morning with truth in our hands. No more silence, we take a stand. For the people who cry for the dreams that fade. We speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio to be there.
On FM 103.9.
Radio to be there.
On FM 103.9.
Now we voice, now we power. True video go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know I'll make we talk. True big radio on FM 103.9.
Now God we dey pray, now true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For salon, we go stand tall. Radio, true PJ.
One voice for all.
We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night. Because we believe in hard work and faith. The Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
Truth big and not they neglect anyone.
We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else.
Truth they get, we know they play.
Now for Salon, we declare the way. Tune in every day to
Truth me get radio.
3.9. Radio to media. Radio to media. Radio to media.
On FM 103.9.
Radio to media.
On FM 103.9.
Radio to media. Radio to media. We rise every morning with truth in our hands. No more silence, we take a stand. For the people who cry for the dreams that fade. We speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio to media.
On FM 103.9.
Radio to media.
On FM 103.9.
Now we voice, now we power. True media go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know how make we talk. True media radio. On FM 103.9.
Now God we dey pray, now true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For salon.
They are part of it. We invite all stakeholders to support government efforts to strengthen formalization, improve environmental management, expand legal market access, support cooperatives, and reduce unsafe and exploitative practices, especially child labor. We must, I repeat, we must formalize through license buying houses, cooperatives, and digital registration. We have to be innovative in many ways, including honorable ministers, distinguished guests. We have to be innovative in managing large deposits, licensing to ensure that we get the fiscal modeling right, mandatory mine development timeline. We stop strong. We have to be very strong on anti-audit so that companies don't just get mining license and they sit down, they don't develop those mining licenses just because of power dynamics. We have to be innovative how to manage those. Tell me, I don't know when I will see you again to share with you my perspective and more importantly to position this sector within the broader challenge of the world day. The future of the mining sector cannot simply be to extract and export raw materials indefinitely. Value addition must increasingly become part of the national agenda. Every stage of processing within Sierra Leone creates more jobs, more industrial capacity, encouraging science to exist, in whose pilot plant is 30 to 40 complete. Every gold is structured to find gold. We already have regulations regarding diamond cutting and polishing. The legal regulations exist. Very laudable beginnings, but no new large-scale mining agreement concluded without a binding commitment value. Ultimately, the true measure of Sierra Leone's wealth will not be what leaves our ports, it will be in our country. Jobs created, this strength, the build, the institution, the communities transformed, and the opportunities for future generations of. That is the vision before us. Our critical role to, from mining companies to government institutions to parliament, local council and kingdom to artisanal miners, development partners, civil and the young people of this country. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I must say the success will not be measured solely by export figures. It will be measured whether the Sierra Leonean in Kono, in Tonkolili, in Botloko can genuinely feel of what lies beneath their feet. Next year, at Mining Week 7, I want to hear the Minister of Mineral Resources report that government mining revenue above $100 million, gold in production, in whose pilot plants, innovative ideas to tap the benefit of CSR, shared structure, and innovative ways to manage mining deposit. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I invite all of us to live with a single commitment to govern minerals responsibly, multiply value within Sierra Leone and Africa, and ensure that prosperity is genuinely shared among citizens, communities, and future generations of Sierra Leoneans and fellow. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake, if there is any time of this nature are relevant, it is now. I already outlined to you that the aid regime is changing. Development aid windows are closing down. We are confronted with multiple crises. While we are trying to cope with crisis, now we have crisis in the Middle East. And what this for small economies like Sierra Leone and a host of other African countries is to push us from the politics of to the politics of redistribution. What does that mean? It means every we get today, revenue we generate today, we redistribute those revenue to subsidize electricity, to subsidize food, and to subsidize energy. Believe me, taking us gradually out of very important development objective to support capital investment. This is the time, I believe, to rethink how mineral governance can constitute a vehicle to help countries like Sierra Leone and other smaller economies to transition out of the politics of redistribution. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let us move from extraction to transformation, from royalties to real value capture, from mining activity to national prosperity. We are a rich country, a rich continent. It is time we become a prosperous country and a prosperous continent. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with these words, I now officially open the Sierra Leone Mining Week 2026, the 11th ADFA Council of Ministers, and at the same time, graciously launch the National Strategy for Critical Minerals. I thank you very much. God bless you all.
I'm going to join me back up on stage, if you don't mind. First of all, I want to say thank you for that tremendous speech, that clear-eyed vision for the next chapter of mining industry, one that deepens government engagement and more communities. We thank you for that. But I ask you to stay here because I have a gift for you. Well, I personally have a gift for you. One more size. I have 4 gifts to give to you and some other officials here in the room. If I could join us on stage, the Chief Minister, if you could please join us on stage, the Minister of Mines and the Honourable Speaker of Parliament, our youngsters, our young people have some gifts that they'd like to share with you. And if I could have on the stage our young people, Jeffrey Koromao of Beacon High School, Nathaniel Bandura of Nicol STEM Secondary School. Please give them a warm welcome, and you may take your seats, please. And Abubakar Kamara from Edwards and Fatima Sharif of the Methodist Girls High School. Please present the gifts to our VVIPs. So, in case you're wondering what they have, would you want to tell them what you've given them? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, we're going to hand those off, and I ask you to please stay in place. We're going to do a few photos. So please, if you could, because I would like to invite a few more people to join us up on stage for this. If I could have the Deputy Minister of Mines, Umar Napoleon Koroma, if you could join us on stage, please. I'd also like to welcome the admin ministers or their representatives, the chairman of the NMA board, the director general of the NMA, and the chair of the Mineral Advisory Board. If you please join us on stage for a photograph, please. And bear with us, please. We're not doing many photos, so it's not like a wedding and on. So just take the photos. Step out of shot. Okay, more photos. And then, with that done, I'd like to welcome the ADPA. I'd like the ADPA delegate, ADPA ministers or their representatives to please join us, please, while we continue to take photographs. Okay, we can just spread out on the stage. Alright, maybe we can have some staging here so everyone is in shot. Okay. Okay. Just a few more shots. Once these are done, if ADPA delegates can start to prepare themselves to move to the stage to join the group on stage, please. ADPA delegates next up on stage to join the group already present for the next photographs. This is the massive shot now as we get the ADPA delegates on stage. Thank you so much, and thank you with us. We are almost done. All right. Okay. Photographers, have you got your shots? Okay. Are we good? Are we good? Okay. You all should have your shots by now. If you haven't, you're not good photographers. All right. My thanks to everyone on the stage for the photographs. Please stay one more moment while I give one more housekeeping note. So here's what's going to happen. Everyone on stage will depart the auditorium shortly. I will accompany them to the exhibition hall and will formally open the exhibition. I ask you to please remain seated as they leave, and then you stay. You're going to get those tests on that smartphone quiz. And remember, no lunch for you if you fail. So please stay, but more seriously, once they leave the auditorium, you'll get some guidance and you too can join and come down to the exhibition hall. So, gentlemen, ladies, excellencies, thank you. We've done the photographs now. Thank you, excellencies. You may now leave the stage. and we shall go down to the exhibition hall. Honourable Minister will guide you. Okay. And then that brings to the close the morning session. We'll break for lunch and return. You'll have a warning or you'll get guidance when the session begins.
One voice for all.